howdy. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I think so. God, I don't even fucking know. Is it Friday? Oh, yeah. It is Friday, and, once again, we got to change the name of the show. It's Go Full Retard Friday. Oh, my God. The world is going full retard. Right out the gate. Shoom. It is retardation nation, man. I am telling you, what the fuck is wrong with people? Damn, they is fucked up. Hey, does all the United States get a check? Not a check. I mean, like a check from the fucking government, like for fucking being Looney Tunes. I mean, really. Oh, Jiminy. Man, I am telling you. Well, how much time we got? I got to look at the Rev Radio. See how far we got. We're on a station ID right now. Oh, man. I'm trying to laugh. I'm trying to think where to start here on Full Retard Friday, man. I am telling you. It is confirmed in three different, 4 different ways now that. What are you doing, dog? That the CIA either broke into or walked into Tulsi Gabbard's office and took records from the Department of what's that? The Director of National Intelligence or whatever the fuck it is. Donald Trump ordered this stuff to be what? To be declassified and released. These are boxes that Donald Trump said, look, we got to get all this out to the public. You guys have sat on it too long. And they said, oh, hell no, we can't. We won't, because when they put all the pieces together, we'll be guilty as fucking sin. And there's still some of us bastards that are still alive, from the time that Nixon and JFK were taken down. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just saying the truth. So it's confirmed that the CIA essentially raided Tulsi Gabbard's office. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. We got about 30 seconds till we join in with Rev Radio. So get ready, stand by, because then we'll kick you. Oh, man. You ever have too much to do? Not enough time to do it? And, well, I don't know. I just, it's life, right? Life is always full of things. As long as I don't hear a kaboom and a scream and a holler of some woman trying to get the hell out of bed and move around with a broke hip by herself, we'll be good. Yeehaw! Good morning. It's time for this Revolution in the Morning show, live from Franklin County, Virginia, where, well, you can see we're racked and packed and stacked in case, the world falls sideways. Well, we can, we'll eat beans for a while, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, so I hope y'all are doing well. God bless you. Welcome, Revolution Radio. Don't forget rumble.com, YouTube. And Facebook was a fail again at a stream there. And don't forget locals.com. So come on down and join us and get the straight truth. Archives available, of course, on rumble.com and probably YouTube. And along with, well, that's right, revolution.radio. If you ever want to do your own radio program and you don't want people breathing down your neck, well, get a hold of revolution.radio over on the Discord server and send us a message and say, hey, I'd like to try my hand at some of this. I said, come on down. Join us at the Free Speech Revolution at revolution.radio. So, God bless everyone. Are we all Tiny Tim today? I'm just asking because people are just just so stupid. They just stupid. I don't know what the fuck is wrong. What the fuck is wrong with people? I'm just asking. I'm not even asking for a friend. I'm asking for myself. Mr. COVID whistleblower from the CIA goes to Washington and lays it all out. It was a massive conspiracy to hide the truth by Dr. Fauci, who literally had the help of the CIA because why? Well, he had to tell the CIA, he says, look, you guys are involved in this. You know Eco Health Systems. You know that that these guys over there, oh God, I forgot the doctor's name. Over at Eco Health Systems that, contracted with Wuhan, with Fed dollars, fed by Fauci. Dr. Fauci lied to the American people every step of the way. In fact, they lied about the fucking cure, too. They lied about the testing to test if there is a cure or to test if you have COVID, the PCR test. The fucking abomination of horse shit is what it is. Craziness. Absolute craziness. So, second go around, the feds are crying, hantavirus, hantavirus, hantavirus. Hey, quit snorting. Look, if motherfuckers would quit snorting rat shit and good old house mouse dander, okay, and poop and feces. I mean, if you're down there sucking it up, guess what? You're going to get it, okay? I mean, you're going to get sick. May not be the hantavirus, but it'll be something bacterial, viral, something similar just because of the nastiness. And if you're going on a bird watching trip to the bottom of the fucking world and you go to a landfill, really? A rat infested landfill to see the prettiest birds you got more money than sense, I guess. But anyway, I guess you have to go where the garbage is. I mean, where the birds congregate, okay? God bless these poor, stupid bastards, okay? Now, they have 40 people, that's right, 40 people in the United States that they say they are monitoring for hantavirus, or for this hantavirus, okay? Now remember the Andes strain of the hantavirus is the one that is transmissible between humans. We also have to understand that you really have to do some let's just say serious spit swapping, I guess is a good description, if you're going to get this drug or get this disease from somebody who's infected, okay? I don't believe it's airborne. I just believe that it's, if you have how should I say it? If you have open sores and wounds and you're pouring somebody else's snot and blood in it, oh yeah, you might transfer something. I'm just saying, okay? So yeah, that's the next, the big ass scare tactic. Oh God, it's increased by 1. Yes, the amount number picked that are being monitored now has ticked up by another individual. So 41 people under monitoring for this hantavirus by the CDC. This is sheer crazy stuff for the most part. Okay. 18 people were flown from the ship recently to medical facilities in Nebraska and Georgia to be quarantined during the incubation period for the virus, which is up to 42 days long. Some other individuals left the cruise ship before the outbreak was detected and are at home in states such as Arizona and California. Uh, Listen, this is there's remember we have Chinese agents. I'll call them agents. They may be doctors, they may be engineers, they may be geneticists, but they're bringing in these diseases in capsules into the United States, and they're flying shit out to China. I mean, this isn't something I'm just saying that while they're talking about the hantavirus, we have to understand that the Chinese have been running illegal biomedical labs and I call them weapon labs, because, if you're going to try to infect an entire population with some disease, you're going to have enough a source disease, so to speak, to create, enough to spread it around. So anyway, in Kansas, officials earlier said 3 residents who were not on the ship were exposed to a person with hantavirus. The 3 are being monitored. So yeah, and remember, it's just a lot of it is fear mongering. I'm just saying, okay. I'm sure the cure will be worse than the disease. Let's see. In Germany, the SPD, the leader, faces a backlash after going full retard Friday. That's right. The German SPD leader says, "Look, these migrants, they're not immigrating to Germany to take advantage of the social welfare system. I mean, really, okay?" The labor minister and Social Democratic Party co-leader Barbara Boss says nobody's immigrating to Germany just to take advantage of the money and the free housing and all of the other shit that they give away. Immigration into the welfare state threatens social cohesion. The fact is, more and more immigrants are pushing into our social welfare system. Anyway, when AFD MP Renee Springer asked the boss if she wasn't cutting spending, why she wasn't cutting spending on immigration due to the budget crisis, given the clear burden it is putting it on the social welfare system. She said it's on the brink of collapse, and they're bringing the system to its limits, and there's no way to fix it once it's broke. After all, remember, this is a United Nations, European Union, CIA, world conquering project, the New World Order project, okay? Everybody knows that from the very top, it's the Rothschilds and their banks and the banksters that they run with. Okay, that's all I'm saying. So anyway, I mean, there is you can deny and you can lie, but the numbers and everything, the statistics, prove that the immigration into Germany's welfare social systems is verifiably documented. And that's why, they're heading toward a state of bankruptcy. Now, don't forget the U.S. has cut off all the cheap Russian energy sources that drove the European economy. Now, the U.S. wants to snatch up and rebuild. They want to force Europe to sell to the United States all of its rights to the Nord Stream 2 pipelines, so the U.S. can bring it back online and then pump cheap gas from Russia and sell it at get it at a discount and then jack the price up on the Germans. Anyway, everybody knows that when you bring people in that can't that have no skills and worship a whole different religion, than Germans for the most part. Well, I mean, you really can't say that today because 40%, because of the Islamic invasion of Europe. But, that's just another one of those fuck around and find out foolish things, isn't it? Yeah. Well, pushed into poverty. No, they weren't. That's a fucking lie. Yeah, that's the headline anyway. Yeah, for decades, Musa Marjama was made a living swapping currencies in Somalia, in Mogadishu's Baka market, where customers once lined up to trade Somali shillings for dollars and mobile money. Now his office sits silent and the safes around him are stuffed with cash that no one wants. Traders in Somalia stopped accepting the old shilling notes, saying the bills were too damaged to use. The boycott quickly spread to shops and buses and businesses across the country, literally wiping out the savings of many people who literally kept bundles of these things around. Yeah, he says, Jama says, it's like I went bankrupt overnight. It is truly just like Hemingway's Fisherman. How did it happen, man? I thought you were a rich man from like Miami. He says, well, I went bankrupt slowly, then suddenly. And hey, that's pretty much how shit is. It's slow and then until it picks up some fucking speed and momentum and then, woo, there it goes. And you can't just stop it. Yeah. Idiocracy as well. Stupidity on steroids. Humans have so much time on their hands. Well, let's just say Chinese media outlet Global Times reported the Unitree Robotics. What is it, like a manned transformable mechanical robot? Looks like it stands about 15 feet tall, weighs 500 kilograms, and, anyway, can transform into a civilian vehicle. Yeah, it's like a dog walker. A dog walking a human in a cage. It's like right out of science fiction stupid shit, okay? Now, I could imagine, and I don't even know if this is an AI depiction of this crazy shit, okay? Oh, we'll get to the World Cup. Yeah, the World Cup. What a joke. Check this shit out, man. Look at this shit. This is fucking, this is bananas. Hey, welcome, man. Look. Can't you see the robot wars, man? You can't see it. It's just a video. But yeah, check. I mean, this guy climbs up in it, and they literally ride it. Okay. I mean, do you know how much fun rednecks would have with that out there in the woods? I mean, it'd be like Rock'em Sock'em robots in real life. You know, all you got to do is put a couple 50 cals on that day, like, you know, they're going to have attach-on weapons next, right? Don't forget chainsaws and cutting blades and bush hogs. And yeah, people are going to throw that ATV, that little four-wheeler, out the fucking door for one of them motherfuckers. Price is $650,000 though. A little pricey. Little pricey. Almost, well, just a little more. Just a little more than a new pickup truck. A really nice pickup truck today. Oh, just kidding. Anyway, so yeah, it is crazy. The far right has a new weapon. Glamorous young women. Oh my! Oh God! Yeah, sexy honeypots. Oh, where in the fuck have you been? I mean, I think that's as old as back as well. Let's just say before my granddaddy was born. Okay. I mean, oh God! Look at the honeypots. Far right, easily summoned. They just suck in the males. Oh God, you know, the lust of it all. Hey, you know what I don't see? I don't see Sydney Sweeney on there. Oh yeah. Hey, no. I believe that every man, desires a woman that's as big as a fucking buffalo, you know, and as ugly as a bulldog with blue hair, and, you know, wearing one of those little pink pussy hats saying, "You're not going to get my vagina." I'm okay. Oh my God! Oh yeah, the CIA director John Ratcliffe. Yeah, Ratcliffe. Okay, the Rat Man. Yeah, meets with the Cuban officials in Havana. Oh yeah, hey, can you make a call back to the fucking office and say, "Hey, numbnut motherfuckers, we're gonna send some officers over, and if you don't give them back them fucking boxes." We're going to take you and we're not going to throw the boxes in the incinerator. We're going to throw your motherfucking asses in the incinerators. Okay? Anyway, yeah. Come on, John. John Ratcliffe is down in Cuba. I mean, really. This is bunch of, you know, these are such a bunch of dog and pony show motherfuckers. Okay? Trump's over in China sucking his little fucking weenie or something. Hell, I don't know. But, oh yeah. Who hitches a ride? Is it Don Jr.? Or one of them hitches a ride to Beijing with Trump? No different than Hunter fucking Biden going over with his daddy. Now, you remember those trips, all sponsored by the crack in America, motherfuckers, and the spy industries of the world? Yeah, don't you forget. You remember that shit? Hey, we gotta make it rain for Hunter. Yeah, Hunter says, "Show me the crack." The CIA must have had some good stuff at in there in Los Angeles, out there in California, where Hunter Biden was, you know, let's just say he was, cooking it up. He was 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 cooking it up. Yeah, now poor Hunter Biden's in South Africa. Do we have a non-extradition treaty or something with South Africa? I'm just asking. Yeah. But Ratcliffe, we literally starved and it has collapsing, the Cuban society with destroying their energy sector, literally embargoing the country. Question, is, how is or isn't that productive, and how do you change these guys and their old dumb socialist ways? I mean, I just the same question we have about what the fuck is going on in Democrat circles today. Because hard to see the difference between half or more of the Democrat Party and the government what do you want to call them, the junta in Havana. Now, the U.S. is getting ready to put the smackdown on Cuba. Okay? How do I know? Because they're preparing to indict Castro's brother, Raul Castro. And just as they did, think about it, just as they did with Maduro, yeah, they'll do with Raul. Now, the question is, will Guantanamo Bay suffer attacks? Probably. It's been an ongoing back and forth in that whole sector down there. Um, so the U.S. wants the whole island, not just Guantanamo Bay. But yeah, if did you see those? Did you see the threads that Marco Rubio was wearing? Now I don't know if it was AI. I saw it several different places, but Marco, yes, Marco Rubio is wearing the same sweatpant outfit that Nicolas Maduro was allegedly, there's pictures of him arrested in. Uh, uh, and I was laughing because I didn't know if it was true. But, the question is Marco the real hostage in all of this? He may be. He may be. So, yeah. Anyway, expect some shit like that to be coming down. And they're going to try to use that to force Cuba to the government itself to capitulate. Okay. So, yeah. What else we got going on here? Florida news site shuts down after getting busted for fake AI reports. Really? Fake AI reports? Hmm. Let's see. What kind of the South Florida Standard was until recently a website offering regularly updated local news stories in the Sunshine State. Bump, bump, bump. Anyway, Internet Archive feature, blah blah blah. Claim to have worked with local artists, but they faked headshots, and then they just had AI rewrite the news stories that were coming out of local newspapers and parsing it off on their own without any attribution. And that's you know plagiarism. But you should always try to give attribution where as you're thinking about it. A lot of these places like Mediaite are, these government. How should I describe them? Propaganda news outlets. They're just like the Onion and stuff, except they parse that line of sarcasm and reality even closer, and where people do literally get fooled by the truth or fooled by the lie to believe the lie. Uh, what else we got going on here? Bump, ba-dum, bump. Let's go over here. We'll hit these. Oh yeah, we'll hit this stuff. I don't know if we can handle all of this fucking shit. Really. Well, there it is. The hottest TV shows and today are transfer from, well, OnlyFans. OnlyFans goes mainstream. Oh yeah, we already knew that. Yeah, crazy, isn't it? Not that uncrazy. What else we got going on here? Britain is now policing thought crimes. Yeah. Well, that's nothing new. I mean, if you make a post that offends anybody, oh my God, it's the world coming to an end. But it's okay if you're part of an Islamic rape gang because, well, that's culturally sensitive stuff, and everybody knows that raping young girls and boys that are not Islamic or not part of their clan is the norm in these shithole places in the world where they come from. Britain has let's just say has allowed this these crimes to go unpunished because they're only controlling the thoughts of the citizens who were how should I say it, who were the monkeys in the five monkeys experiment. It's like the way it is, and it always is these got the old crew literally bends and bows to government, while the new rebellious culture that comes in, this being Islam, literally does not bow to the government. It just literally it absorbs and overwhelms the government as a blob. So can the UK be saved? I don't think so. Not without massive amounts of blood being spilt. I wish it wasn't true. It just fucking sucks, in all honesty. Oh, there it is. USA to indict Castro. Raul Castro. There it is. Headline just hit. I was watching in the pre-news, the pre-news. Yeah, this is from Yahoo News. Yeah. Uh, what's he gonna indict him for being an asshole? Bump bump up. Focus on the downing of aircraft. On a condition of anonymity. The 94-year-old former president of Cuban, brother of Fidel. I mean, this is this is just more utter bullshit. Okay, really, it's just utter stupidity. Uh, Survivor Greece suspended after contestant loses part of a leg while spearfishing. Oh, well, that's not too good, huh? Anyway, no idea. So yeah, the CIA trying to do the art of war thing and take over Cuba without firing a shot. I I don't know if that will happen. In all honesty, okay, I'm just saying I don't know if that will go down. What else we got going on here? Trump talk and the Thucydides trap threat triggers market mayhem. Uh, they need the straight more time than we need open. Yeah. So Trump is basically pulling China into this trap. Okay, where China needs to have the Straits of Hormuz open because of the oil crisis, and what is crushing their economy right now in China, the Far East, and many other places in the world. Um, India is right now, the Indian ruble is, I think it's the ruble. No, is it the ruble? I'm not sure. Well, India's currency is crashing, and so we're seeing the market manipulation. Maybe this is the resurgence of the so-called dominance, the redominance of the petrodollar, as Trump forces the Venezuelan market, the European market, and now the Middle Eastern market to literally be at the will of America and our politics and our political system. It certainly does. It certainly does appear to be that way. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Oh man. 10 years ago, some guy lost his key to his crypto wallet. He said after a night of drinking and partying and getting higher than hell, he redid his password, and he had tried to use a computer, and he tried 7 trillion passwords, and he hadn't given up yet, but so he decided to let Claude AI um, try to crack the crypto wallet after a decade-long lockout. It worked. He got in. The password turned out to be capital L, little O, LOL 420. Fuck the police, with an explanation point, and the U was an asterisk. But yeah, so if your word password is 420, fuck the police, and you forget it, it's now easily found by Claude. I'm just, well, I mean, really, it's just that kind of a world today. Grenade found in Alabama dam at an Alabama dam. Just happened to do a what would you call that? An inspection of the dam. I mean, don't this is just weird, okay? Why does this sound like some government exercise that somebody forgot to pick up, okay? I'm just saying. An improvised explosive device was allegedly found at an Alabama dam. The dam has 17 billion gallons of water behind it, a 3,600-acre artificial reservoir that's a drinking water for 350,000 people. Okay? It's in the Mobile, Alabama area. Divers doing a routine maintenance check found an underwater IUD, apparently a grenade type bomb, sitting submerged at the bottom of the dam that holds the city's water supply. It's an unprecedented threat, and that we are fortunate that this device was discovered before it could cause serious damage. The device was destroyed, and man, anyway, federal agents warned that Mexican drug cartels were plotting to blow up a border dam. The broader infrastructure security concern is far more serious than the given the millions of illegal aliens that have flooded the country. I don't know about that. We need to get rid of all the illegal immigrants. And when somebody says, "You mean all the illegal immigrants?" I said, "Yeah, I mean all the illegal immigrants. You know, including the 800,000 to a million or more that come in, stay over their visas. You know, when they come on a vacation and it becomes a staycation, it is crazy. But I get in trouble because I know. I mean, all countries should be doing this. It's just if you don't protect your border, you will be overrun by people looking for an easy place to be or an easier place to live. Maybe a safer place. But the truth is, you can make yourself a safe place, but yeah, takes a lot of shit coming down. Well, here he is again. Over the years, we've listened to Ed Dane, um, one of the how should I say it? One of the government remote viewers, and through the remote viewing program. Remote viewing is basically um, uh, putting your brain into the conscious, not the conscious, but into another place and be able to see and bring back information. It was something that was started during the 60s, I guess, because of extrasensory perceptions and the law of averages and how some people are literally more accurate than others. Now, of course, everybody claims that this stuff isn't real, and everybody, listen, I just, um, looking across time and the consciousness of this world, I would say absolutely there could easily be, and there are people that can, well, I hate to say it like that, but see the future. Now, we're going to have computers that see the future, that bring the future today because they extrapolate into tomorrow. If that makes any sense, that's one of the biggest things that AI can do. So Ed Danes talks about this kill shot. That's right, a solar flare that literally sets the world halfway on fire. Okay. Before his death in March, claiming the current period as heightened solar activity could trigger infrastructure collapse on a global scale. Anyway, he participated in all these different programs. The psychic spy issued this apocalyptic warning. He has multiple times because you really don't know when this is going to happen. Dames was linked to Project Stargate, a declassified U.S. intelligence initiative that ran from the 70s until 1995 that explored whether psychic phenomena, particularly remote viewing, they claimed the ability to perceive distance or hidden targets mentally, could be used for espionage. I don't know if it can be used for that. Not as the way I experience it, but that's me. Okay. Uh, anyway, um, this kill shot concept um, was While remote viewing during this time, classified programs identified this massive solar flare. And that's another reason why, why are they building underground bunkers? Why are the rich trying to make themselves underground bunkers where they can stay for years? Yeah, I'm just saying. What else we got going on here? So yeah, Ed Dane, will we get a kill shot or not? I don't know. If it comes the way they say it is, we'll know about it a day before, but we won't be able to hide from it. Just because of the amount of radiation, the X-ray radiation that penetrates down into the soil. You need a mine at the very least. So yeah. Senators unanimously pass a resolution to withhold their own pay during government shutdowns. This is about putting our money where our mouth is, they said. Meanwhile, it's crazy, right? Crazies is the norm, okay? Billionaire Democrat donor who bankrolled Eric Swalwell breaks his silence after he was surprisingly arrested. Yeah. Imagine that. Yes, this billionaire, I believe, was arrested. Imagine that. He was arrested Tuesday in Los Angeles on suspicion of felony charges of attempting to prevent or dissuade a victim or witness from testifying after a warrant was issued for his arrest. Stephen Klobeck was arrested Tuesday. Yeah. Founder of Diamond Resorts, who until recently was a major financial supporter of Eric Swalwell and his failed campaign for governor. He was released on a $300,000 bond and was sent on his way. The charges are false, and we look forward to fighting them in court. Klobeck cut ties with Swalwell following multiple allegations of sexual assault, but not before the now former congressman recorded a bizarre apology video from inside his swanky mansion. His 28-year-old bride-to-be penthouse pet Adeva Lavi is facing 6 felony charges of allegedly preying on old men through dating apps. What? Really? What? A billionaire? A billionaire has a 28-year-old hoe friend? A hoe fiancé. A hoe fiancé. That's right. As she faces haven't impacted the impending nuptials, according to the billionaire. He says, I'm going to ride it till the check dries up. Well, as long as he keeps at least a couple million for himself after she's done taking the billions. I'm just saying. It must be lust at first sight. I know it was. God bless. I'm not even lusting after that. I'm being honest, man. Yeah, if she fell down, everybody yelled, "Ho down, ho down." Maybe everybody be partying. Elizabeth Warren is whining as the Senate Banking Committee advances the Cryptocurrency Clarity Act. 2 Democrats break ranks and cross the board to make it happen. So, yeah, remember the Clarity Act and all of this stuff is not going to help you with monies, okay? The depreciating asset Ponzi, that is called the dollar, can do nothing but, depreciate. Because it has to. How else are all the fractionalized banking dollars going to matter? I mean, all the money made out of thin air, how's it going to not matter if we don't depreciate? I mean, really. I'm just saying. People are foolish if they don't understand that every currency in the world is a depreciating asset Ponzi. It is not backed by money or gold or silver or anything else, just the currency, the money itself, and the country or the central bank, which we know is, is holding, a minuscule amount of the debt that it would be required to, let's just say, to make it even. For everybody to get their money back, there would never be a bank, and there's not enough money that exists to do that. That's the whole magic of the system. So now they're going to move you over to the digital gulag. Oh, it's going to happen. And it's already baked into the cake. It really is. And you know these digital guardrails that they claim that they're putting on your money to help you prevent you from getting swindled and all this other stuff. Yeah, it's just a taking of your money, and holding it for you and telling you how you can and how you can't use it. That's one of the great things about digital currency. They can turn it off anytime as long as they just put a block on your blockchain and you're kind of blocked. You can't make a payment or take a payment unless it's on a trade by trade or a cash basis that's outside of that digital system. This is not about protecting consumers. This is about protecting the corrupted banking system. All of this, all around, whether it's it's fake Pocahontas there, or whether it's the Rockefeller banksters and their friends and Lutnick and his Jew buddies and in wherever and Epstein and the banksters, and none of them have our interests at heart. Not a fucking one of these bastards. They have their own money on the table, and they're not going to take the cut. You will have to take the cut. That's exactly how these guys work. Right now, if you dare to look, if you dare to check, if you find out stable coin, that's right, this stable coin, bankster coin that they're bringing in, right, this digital currency stuff, you should pay attention because the banksters and the financial houses of hell are moving all of their finances over into not all their finances, all of their bad debt into stable coins. Okay? And I think they actually believe that they can inflate, deflate themselves out of the debt that they owe. I really believe that this is the ultimate side of this banking cartel, this system that is literally hell bent on controlling anything and everything in the world. So, yeah, I mean, Elizabeth Warren represents a whole nother clan of crooks. Period. End of story. We got so many different financial products and financial this and financial that. I mean, most of it is such a fraudulent financial game that it should never exist. And it only exists because government allows it to exist, okay? Turning investment houses and banks into gambling joints for stock market and stock brokers and investment counselors and everything else is just wrong. And this $40 trillion in debt that has been run up. I just don't see any of it coming to a positive end for we the people. You know, they're not telling you about the stagflation that you're seeing right now, okay? Where the value of your money is going sideways, or more than likely it's dropping, okay? The value of your money is dropping. Pretty soon the dollar will be only worth a few pennies on the dollar of what it was in its inception in 1913, the Federal Reserve bankster system. They will soon have stolen 100% of the value of that fucking dollar. Okay? When that happens, you want to talk about a financial crisis that cannot be stopped because of the cascading failure of literally the money, the gulf of the money is empty, and there is no more equity left because the banksters have sucked it all out and taken your money and made it their money. And now you are essentially or suffering at their will. So yeah, I don't trust any of these fucking bastards. Okay, I mean I'm just saying. I'm just saying. The world has lost their ever loving fucking minds. Of course, if you're not aware, remember the not the Rothschilds, but the Rockefeller. Rockefeller put out a memoir, and what in the memoir he said, thank you to all of the newspaper publishers around the world that kept the secret of the cabal that has the bankster cabal that has taken over the world. That's not me. That's them saying that. We'll be right back over there, Rev Radio. Oh yeah, oh man, lots of stuff. I'm beat. I'm kind of. Whew, I'm exhausted, but I'm working through it. Oh man. Minnesota has a culture of fraud. No shit. Really? Really, Minnesota? Yeah, Minnesota. Yeah, I mean, really. Enabled more than $9 billion in culture of fraud that enabled this is still in place because these state agencies are what they is it nepotism? Cronyism? Is it just plain systemic corruption that can't be fixed because there's so many, just like Washington, D.C.? There's so many fucking crooks in the systems. There's so many fucking nasty, stinky, rotten hands in the kitty that, yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? It really is. Ah, man. So, anyway, stable coins is, yeah, debt. Anyway, so one of the things that they did at the state agencies in Minnesota, they turned off all of the banking information. They hid it all, so they couldn't see where the checks were being distributed to. They turned it back on, and they found 20 different fucking countries in the world where checks for the Medicaid, Medicare, feed the people, feed the fuckers, bury the bitches, help the homeless, hospices the homeless, everybody else, I mean, really. 22 different countries were getting fucking money. I think it was from Minnesota. Um, where the business owners had their fucking bank accounts being sent to. Hey, no wonder Somalia is going fucking bankrupt. Does people think about that? Right now, there's a big thing, shitstorm going on. As you know, it seems that the money source of most of the money in Somalia has seemed to, well, is drying up. Okay, but don't think that Minnesota is just Minnesota is just a canary in the coal mine. Okay, Minnesota is not the state of Minnesota and all the fraud. It is not an exception. It is the rule. Okay, it really is the rule. Okay, where there has been a 47,000% increase in the number of hospice care facilities and in North Carolina. That's right, in North Carolina. That's kind of bananas, isn't it? Hmm. It really is. So, yeah, it's, well, crazy. But can, why are we even, why do we even have to, why are we even forced to talk about such old shit that we all know was, basically, criminal actions by people within our government, and nobody has done jack shit. Okay, nobody has done jack shit. All right, and it's a sad thing. All right, because our government is not serving the American people, but it's just serving itself. In all honesty, okay. Yeah. So it is sheer crazy. Okay, what we have going on today. So yeah. CIA head Ratcliffe spotted in Cuba again. That's an old story, and I didn't already get that one. Hey, welcome back, Rev Radio. Sorry about that. Was looking around here for news and just kind of lost myself. Yeah. Where should we start here? Man, Yale Medical School, along with Yale Medical School, accused of racial discrimination in its admissions. Meanwhile, UCLA Medical School has also been accused of racial discrimination in defiance of the U.S. Supreme Court. Both these articles, literally from Jonathan Turley, it really does appear we are a nation of lawless knuckleheads, as the UCLA Medical School accused of racial discrimination in admissions. Now, the Yale School of Medicine accused of intentionally selecting applicants based on their race alone in knowing circumvention of a state of U.S. Supreme Court precedent. Listen, the kids that they said fuck you, fuck you, fuck you to because they were white or Asian, right? Yeah. Um, I think they should sue the school. They should sue them for fucking 10 million fucking dollars. Because if you're not going to get, or let's say $100 million, because they're denying you this, admission based on race. But anyway, to be a doctor, it's crazy. Assistant Attorney Harmeet Dillon added on X that a black applicant is 20 times more likely to be invited to an interview than an Asian with equally strong academics. As discussed yesterday, many of us predicted schools would knowingly evade such ruling and regulations. Of course, this is just the discriminatory liberal mind that can't help and can't stop literally, their Jim Crow ways from the days of old. Outrage over plans to hold a singles night for unvaccinated individuals in Denver's Denver beer garden. Yeah, people are upset because, well, the unvaccinated are, well, let's just say, they proved to have a higher IQ than those that got vaccinated. Now, there could be a big debate on that, and if you want to be a government experimental bio whatever, you can have at it. You're free. But never tell other people that they're fucking stupid for not getting an experimental shot that has been proven to have more than 140 different side effects that have been manifesting themselves, including turbo cancer. So people that are complaining about vaccinated and unvaccinated, about the unvaccinated because maybe they're just mad because they didn't fall for the psyop, for the retard IQ test. In 2020. And I applaud all of you that said no to that fucking retarded clot shot. That genetic therapy experiment that was pushed by a bunch of fucking depopulation pigs. And yes, I believe they're depopulation of pigs. Europe's central planned climate agenda, that's right, has collided with economic reality. Weakening growth and is fueling political backlash as the price of fuel, the environmental regulations, and literally the taking of land from the farmers, reducing the amount of land they have, making their businesses, which a farm is a business, understand the business is a business is a business, that their farms cannot survive. Period. End of story. But this happens under all styles of communism. It doesn't matter if you call it the European Union. It really, truly is the European Soviet Socialist Union. And as we know about communism and socialism, that it will always collapse. It will always collapse when it runs out of other people's monies. And people say, no, thank you. I'd rather just go off in the woods and participate by myself than fucking prop up you fucking clowns. Off to the gulag you go. Yeah, welcome to New America. People are jackasses, aren't they? Abso-fucking-lutely. 30-year Treasury yield tops 5.1%. Yeah, remember, inflation's going to be, by that time, that 5% will be so inflated to fucking nothing and back it won't even be funny. Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't offer some more of them 50-year mortgages to keep the economy going. Listen, if I could get a 50-year mortgage, I could afford that piece of property I was looking at. And, I mean, the cheap one was $1.5 million. I mean, but, I mean, if I could get, Um, 3 million. I could get a really nice chunk of land here in Virginia. Probably chunk out there in Texas too, but just that hill. I don't know. That's just desert country. Nah, yeah, nah, that's okay. But anyway, yeah, crazy, isn't it? It really, really is. Dun, 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 dun. President's ethic filings reveal thousands of stock trades. That's right. Donald Trump has been calling Nancy Pelosi in and says, "Yo, Nance, what do you think, man? What do you think, Nancy? What do you think?" I mean, everybody in Congress wants to get stock picking help from Nancy Pelosi. I mean, let's be honest. President Trump disclosed at least 220 million in financial transactions earlier this year in the securities of the major U.S. companies, according to two new financial disclosure forms, cumulative value 220 million and around 750 million. Bought Microsoft, Meta, Oracle, Broadcom, Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, as well as trades in municipal bonds. Dun, 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 dun. Apple, Nvidia, bump, bum. $1 to $5 million worth of Nvidia and Apple sales of Microsoft, Amazon, and Meta. So anyway, Donald Trump, when you got a lot of money, I guess you got to play whatever with it. Most of us don't have that luxury. Okay, the highest in the highest yield in nearly a year. Well, the U.S. right now is paying how much? Almost $1 trillion, $3 billion a day in interest on these debts. How much can we afford? More can we afford? I mean, I'm asking because I'm sure people will say, "Oh man, we can go to like 400, 500, percent of the GDP if we have to." Yeah, thanks. Thanks for this. Thanks for the heads up. I mean, that's just some stupid shit, ain't it? It really is. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with people. Swastika flag raised on New York campus, marring graduation events. That's right, a Star of David with swastikas on both sides, a white flag on a with blue Israeli style lettering. I still like that shirt. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I did. I really like that shirt. Shirt says I ran this and I ran that, and the next line in the shirt says I ran out of weed. The struggle is real. I'm sorry, I thought that was pretty sarcastic, but anyway. So yeah, what else we got going on here? Bump, 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 bump. Silicon Valley wants to put a chip in your brain. Battle over the future of the human species. Can we start with the homeless? Yeah, can we start with the homeless? I'm fucked up, man. I'm sorry. I think the homeless should battle those guys in the streets, okay? I mean, really. I mean, they're going to have battle bots. It won't be long with those big caged um, bots that the guy just climbed in earlier. I mean, I don't even know what the fuck they're called. I really don't even care. It's all craziness to me. It's all crazy. It's not. Yeah, it's almost like this. There was a guy that was caught pushing a woman down on camera, a liberal guy. And now, because him and his daughter have been essentially targeted because they were attacking conservative protesters, that they claim that to be the victims now. Yeah. So, yeah. Meanwhile, in Minnesota, that's right. Meanwhile, in Minnesota, the Democrats got turned back from what would have been the most restrictive gun laws in America, and they did not handle it well. Yeah, Democrats are, well, let's just say they're having a fit. Listen to this shit. Listen.
I'm filming with my cashier. Whoa.
Oh my God. Oh my God. She told him to go kill himself. Meanwhile, in Virginia, these fucking cuck Democrats are all having a hissy fit because the one of the representatives from, well, Franklin County here called some idiot liberal a bimbo. Yes, on, I guess, in the Senate floor, the Senate. I mean, literally, you know, they're probably in there, you know, butt fucking at night on the Senate desks in Richmond, just as liberals did in Washington D.C. They can't help themselves. They just retarded liberals. I'm just saying. Samsung on strike. Unions short memory stocks. A strike at Samsung threatens to spark a selling contagion in memory stocks that the companies are going to, well, let's just say they're not going to have as much money by the time that the unions are done. Never good for your return on your investment. The real question is, will they and can they keep the the market and the economy growing? So yeah, it's a serious question that needs to be kind of asked. There are lots of stupid questions and lots of stupid shit that is going on, and it's idiocracy. As 7 activists were banned from the UK, right-wing activists. Meanwhile, if you're an Islamist that comes in on a rubber boat, they give you free hotel room and chances to rape young British girls.
Saturday, the government has issued a number of bans, travel bans for right-wing activists and politicians, including my next guest, the Polish MEP Dominik Tarczyński. Yes, in a viral social media post, Mr. Tarczyński revealed to millions his letter from the Home Office, which told him his entry into the UK is not considered conducive to the public good. And in response, he's now vowed to sue the Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer. Well, I'm delighted now to be joined by the MEP for Poland, Dominik Tarczyński. Dominik, welcome to the show. It's a pleasure to have your company. You've been banned by Sir Keir Starmer, and you now have vowed to sue him. Astonishing.
of course, we are living in a free world, and I was on a diplomatic passport. I always travel on my diplomatic passport. So if he wants to stop people from around the world to visit Britain because he doesn't like our views, political views, he has to pay for it. And obviously, we are living in a democratic Western world. It doesn't seem to me to be very democratic. I used to live under communism. I know what the communism is. You couldn't leave Poland. You couldn't come to Poland very easy. So my first impression was, is he a communist? Is this a communism in Great Britain? It's not a free country. And again, I never committed any crime. I'm on the diplomatic passport. 211,000 people voted for me. I represent the European Union. He said that he wants to be closer to the European Union, but now he's banning European actively working
or anything. It's so extraordinarily incompetent, unfocused, and bad for the country.
Hello, I'm Bev Turner. Now, it can feel like the money in our bank accounts at the moment does not keep up with the cost of living.
Really?
And maybe there's a solution. I'm here today with the CEO of Tally Money.
Tally Money.
Why is this protest considered so dangerous, Peter, that they need facial recognition?
The Unite the Kingdom, or Unite the West, as it's also been branded, gathering this weekend, will not be a threat. It will be an overwhelmingly peaceful protest of patriotic people coming together to take to the streets of London to express their love of Britain, of England, of the nation, and everything that it stands so proudly for, its values, its tradition, its history. And we've even seen Tommy Robinson, who is often regarded as the face of these kind of gatherings, issuing some very sensible advice in the last couple of days. Don't come to cause trouble. Don't wear face masks. Behave yourselves. Absolutely right. But bearing in mind that on Saturday it is taking place alongside a pro-Palestinian march, so many of which we have seen since October the 7th, 2.5.
There it is. There it is. Oh, the Brits are allowed to protest for Britain. Oh, but beside of a pro-Palestinian nut job Islamic fucking protest, two wholly different fucking cultures and whole different societies, fucking Muslims who believe that they're better than everybody else, just like the fucking cucks in Israel. It is fucking pathetic. It is truly just plain fucking pathetic. You know, what we see, you know, masquerading for what people say is freedom today. Really, it's a fucking slap in the face to people. Okay. Anyway, it is idiocracy. Because people don't want to know the truth. They want a comfortable lie. They want something or someone that will essentially that will confirm, you know, whatever their internal biases and whatever things that they are. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Is people want, you know, whatever they're comfortable with. You know, if gosh, I hate to say it like this. If people are comfortable with, you know, with a gay and lesbian style lifestyle, you know, then a lot of times they're not very comfortable in church or around, you know, other people that might hold judgment of some kind. But then again, you know, in churches are such a wide variety of churches today that people go. So I don't know. I just, you know, everybody has to find their own way. I just don't think mental illness is a way to find yourself. Okay. Meanwhile, an Indian ship is sunk near Oman, and Iranian commandos have seized a vessel off of the United Arab Emirates. A Honduran flagged ship off the UAE was boarded and seized by Iranian commandos. Indian cargo ship sinks in a suspected drone attack off Oman. Yes, the Indian cargo vessel sunk by a suspected drone has gone down near the Straits of Hormuz region. The 57-meter vessel was running dark, with its AIS disabled at the time of the incident. The ships had recently transited to Somalia. From Somalia, all crew members successfully rescued. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, so I have to see if this time a vessel anchored off the United Arab Emirates coast while it was reportedly en route to Iranian waters. Thursday, the vessel was seized by unauthorized personnel. The agency said the ship's security officer reported the vessel was taken by unauthorized personnel. They believed it to be a mere fishing vessel at first, but then it was basically, a false flag pirate type thing. So they weren't fishermen, they were soldiers. Pirates. America should be familiar with pirates by now. So anyway, the Honduran flagged ship, the Huey Chuan, is a fishery research vessel, they said. Wow. So there was also a tanker that was allegedly floating in the Straits, not under any power allegedly, but it was being used as a weapons platform by Iranians. I mean, I would have thought they just would sink it if that was the case, but that's just me. Cisco surges the most since the .com trade, with raised outlook on its AI focus and job cuts. Yep, cutting people's jobs to save your company really works. The reign of El Chapo may be over, but the battle for the aftermath is still going strong. Bodies piling up in Mexico as U.S. targets corrupt Mexican officials who aided the imprisoned drug lords' clan. A bloody civil war rages for control of the Sinaloa cartel. A man's body, hands bound, covered in a blue tarp, lays along the side of the road where it had been dumped minutes earlier. A blood-soaked sign that says Chapito, a member of one of the two criminal factions fighting for control of the city's transnational narcotics industry. Yeah. Isn't that just, well, great. Okay. So anyway, it's gonna be a cat and mouse game. Mostly because, well, our CIA is involved, okay? It's just crazy. Idiocracy. Paul Ehrlich reminds us that his crackpot overpopulation theories are still with us, and even though they're being discredited on a regular basis. Bill Gates, I'm sure, loves this guy's work. And, this idea that we have to depopulate the planet because it can't sustain, all the humans that are on it. Natural consequence would be that humans themselves would literally leave this planet, okay, and travel, all right, into space. There are people believe that we're just snow globe Earth, that we live under a firmament, and this reality is limited to just this existence and demons and gods and angels and all that other stuff. I just think it's even more than all that. Okay, there are even theories out here now that our own consciousness is what is literally building this universe, and that could be possibly true. With the consciousness could be configured into a digital matrix where an interface, with reality, like me and you and whatever reality we're looking at or developing. That's just some of the things that have been going on and have been asked, and I do believe our consciousness is here, but it's only can do limited certain things. That's why we are in these biomechanical plasma uh, uh, bags of water. Yeah. But anyway, it's a complicated world and complicated universe. To literally write it off as simplistic as what we see today, it would be, would be foolish, is what I would say. Would be completely foolish. Okay. But this idea about depopulation. A lot of it happens, and a lot of it is because infrastructure, transportation systems, utilities, public services, and all this stuff, all designed for larger and larger populations. The question is, and this is why, this is another reason. Dr. Al Bartlett, okay? If you get a chance, go watch his. If you want to know and understand a lot more about the exponential function and government and reality and this world that you live in and what it entails and how it all interacts. I mean, it really is eye-opening, and it should change your thought processes once you watch Al Bartlett's videos. And it's I think there's a couple hours worth of them. And they have small segments and 10-minute segments, I think, of them too. But you can watch the long or the short version. It is it's entertaining. One, it makes your mind think in concepts that you may not understand, and then apply them concepts to the reality of government that we live with today. Okay, it is truly something that we don't completely understand. I know I don't completely understand it, even though I look at it and I've learned to use it in both directions. That's why I say both directions, because remember, exponential evolution and exponential de-evolution is happening. Just as we double down and move into the future, we also, double down and move past or forget the past, or the things that we do seem to disappear as fast, and we create those same mistakes. Again and again and again and again. Okay. So yeah, Yeah, there it is. Word coming out as they expect to have 46 gigawatts of new nuclear power um, by 2045, which is in 20 years. They expect to build out a bunch of small modular reactors, and there's a few larger plants that are getting ready to come online in the next couple of years. Dang nabbit. There's also this idea of fusion. And can we get fusion? Can it be going in a practical sense? I don't know. Mostly because I think they would. There's no physical. How should I explain it to me? To even to myself, there is no physical barrier like in a nuclear uh, vessel, a nuclear power plant with the core, and all the surrounded by the water and the gas and everything. If you do fusion, that won't be possible. You'll have to have a magnetic force field to contain that fusion reaction, I would imagine. Um, but I'm not 100% sure because, well, I knew a guy, but he passed, and he could explain it more theoretically better than I could. So yeah, shit. Major bank faces legal heat over debanking conservatives. That's right. Apparently isn't enough to just fund and promote racist DEI, climate change activism, drag queens, and other transgender policies that the banks push. No, 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 no. They are also, they also feel they must purge conservative accounts. Capital One under fire once again over allegations that it has denied banking services to gun retailers and other consumers and customers viewed as politically conservative, even as Donald Trump's executive actions seek to curb such practices. Yeah, wholesale discrimination by corporations is a thing, okay? I don't think corporations are people. I think that's the first fucking problem here, okay? Corporations have legal personhood, which they should never have. And if they're such, then they're a thing. And if they're just a thing can be shit sued. They're going to be shit sued anyway, but a thing can be shut down. A so-called living entity cannot be. The death penalty for banksters and big business, there is none. But let's be honest, there is none. Even Enron and Bear Stearns and all them motherfuckers, what do? They made other fucking banksters by the banksters crooks. So yeah, it's just plain fucking bananas. Really is. Really is. So anyway, banksters around America, Capital One, and others that put liberals in control, that then literally just blatantly discriminate, viewpoint discrimination. They should be taken out of business. They should be put out of business. So yeah, here's a clip. You might recognize this guy. If you don't, well, I'll tell you who he is then. But spot on, Scott McKay.
U.S. Patent Office. How many of these have we missed so far? They've nailed all 13 of them here. 14. 15 capture one or both political parties in the United States. Well, they captured one. That's the Democratic Party. And that is the Socialist Party in the 30s made that statement very clear. They couldn't win any elections based on their political ideology. They would have to co-opt themselves into one of the major parties. And who do you think they picked? It's pretty obvious. There's no Democratic Party today, only a Communist Party.
Yeah.
Use technical decisions of the courts to weaken basic American institutions by claiming their activities violate civil rights. Voila. Debate that one. Get control of the schools. That was their greatest seizure, greatest capture.
You're right
was
about
to
that,
get
Scott.
control
Scott
of the
McKay,
education.
Patriots.
If you can't, I'm not paying for it. I got to go do things I don't like to do all of my life to take care of myself. I can't remember virtually any job I ever liked, businesses I was in, whatever. I was just doing it so I could build a life for myself. Again, back to get control of the schools. Use them as transmission belts for socialism and current communist propaganda.
Well, there you
what
go.
have they done?
Absolutely. Scott McKay, if you get a chance, go on over, check out Patriot Street Fighter. Got a lot of good stuff over there, and Scott's a good guy. Yeah, Ralph Barrick, UNC biodefense contract racket has been exposed. Yeah, defense lobbyists, DLA Piper lobbyists, and corrupt journalists have co-opted to distract the public from questioning U.S. virus experiments that likely started the COVID pandemic. I mean, let's be honest. In the old days, you know, when my granddaddy was losing his mind, God bless him, he packed a suitcase and he put on his overcoat, you know, one of them long old 30 styles overcoats, and went out and started walking along the highway, hitchhiking, before anybody at the house knew it. And somebody stopped and talked to him, and they said he was going back to the old country. I mean, the old country. I mean, he was going back to, you know, the German Dutch, you know, German Dutch land. Maybe he was talking about, you know, Delta and Southern York County, Pennsylvania. I don't know. But yeah, he was heading out of fucking town. He said, "Fuck this, I'm going." And you know, a lot of people are saying that. You know, I'm out of here. Communist Mandami's latest redistribution scheme attacks on all New York homes over $1 million were bought with cash. Yeah, man, I am telling you, $1 million house in New York. I don't think it's that big, is it? And that's just like a 60 by 60 by 60 lot with 3 stories on it, right? I mean, or some shit, right? I mean, I'm just asking because I just don't think it's that, you know, that big of a house and a big of a lot for $1 million in, you know, in DC. So craziness, idiocracy, you know, stupid on steroids. Meanwhile, here in Virginia, we got to put up with these fucking assholes. Yes, a Fairfax County sanctuary, a sanctuary status, literally protecting rapists, robbers, murderers, and illegal immigrant rapists, robbers, murderers, and others. In a, you know, what would you call that? in violating the civil rights of Virginians. They literally give these guys sweetheart deals so immigration doesn't become aware of what went down. It's fucking disgusting.
Misdemeanor, which capped the sentence at 12 months. You then reduced the abduction charge to an offense that was a lower degree and capped the sentence at 10 years. When you entered into a plea agreement, you tried to bind the court so they could not sentence this person to any term over 2 years. Is that not correct?
Sir, I'm so glad you brought this case up.
Is that not correct?
Well, because I would like to explain, sir.
It is correct. And the court rejected it.
Oh, I'd like to
I know
explain. I'd like to explain. I'd like to explain. He's an illegal immigrant motherfucker. And I get down on my knees every day as a prosecutor in Northern Virginia to suck the dick of every illegal immigrant criminal because they are superior to the fucking God-blessed Virginians. The Virginians that have to suffer from the fucking crimes that these cocksuckers commit because they protect crooks.
I'm talking, it was a judge that was appointed by Senator Warner. This is not a right-wing judge. This is a liberal judge. And you know why he rejected it?
Sir,
he saw what you should have seen. He cited overwhelming evidence.
Can we talk about the evidence,
this person was a threat.
I know it and you don't.
Can we talk about the evidence?
This person was a threat. He yanked a 4-year-old girl.
Can we talk about the evidence? This fucking cocksucking fucking prosecutor, he makes me fucking puke. Talk about the evidence. Talk about the evidence. The evidence, the illegal immigrant fucking cocksucker broke into a house and snatched up a 4-year-old out of their bed. Okay? I don't even care if he just rearranged the furniture. He broke in the house, snatched the kid up off the fucking bed. As far as I'm concerned, the dad should have come in and had a right to fucking make him meet the maker. Yeah.
Girl out of her bed with the intent to harm her, and you wanted to give her a cap of 2 years.
Sir, this is a great example.
And then when the plea agreement was rejected, what did you do?
Sir, this is a great example.
What did you do?
This is a great example of a case.
You know, I've prosecuted. I've prosecuted
and then
cases.
You understand
and when
cases
you're
that
evading like that, you know what sets us off?
Then you understand. I'm a dumb fucking piece of shit fucking prosecutor that prefers to protect illegal immigrants and then I mean, listen. The only solution may be to let the parents beat the fucking bastard to death. Okay? Because this fucking, this prosecutor from Northern Virginia in Fairfax County, Steve DeSanto, I mean, I'm sorry, he's a piece of shit.
Sir, you dismissed the case.
Dismissed the case.
Mr. Miyares,
about this case
when you
if you want to know about it so much.
Be quiet. When you dismiss a case, what happens to that defendant?
He walks free.
Walks free. A disgusting, perverted individual preying on children bastard. That you dismissed the case.
This is what happens. This is the fucking shit that goes down. Okay? Really. This is the fucking shit that goes down. Alright? Anyway. Yeah. It's, what the fuck is wrong with people? I mean, really. Meanwhile, Donald Trump should recall Mike Huckabee from his post as ambassador to Israel. He has essentially become a Zionist Israeli cuck. and maybe he should be stripped of his citizenship in America and allow him to literally, live the shekels of his dreams, okay? But Mike Huckabee, go fuck yourself, man. Dude, you went from God's word to the synagogue of Satan, and you haven't even, you didn't even hesitate. That's a sad state of affairs. Here it is.
Security, our own military capacity, but then we lose some stuff that a lot of Americans never think about. I hear people say, I don't want anything to do with Israel. I say, okay, give up your cell phone. Give up car navigation. Give up some medical innovations that may have saved some member of your family's life. Be sure, by the way, to give up some conveniences like cherry tomatoes and seedless watermelons while you're at it. And let's just go ahead and don't buy anything that has an NVIDIA or an Intel chip. Let's get rid of most of your computers and
Listen to this straw man, this straw Jew argument, okay? I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with you, Mikey? Mikey, what the fuck? Yeah, this is, basically the Jewish straw man argument as well. If you don't like Jews, and then you must, oh God, you should give up all your money. You notice, have you noticed he didn't say that you should give up all your central banking and that you should get the fuck away from anything that has a fucking shekel or a dollar or any fucking central banking attached? Did you notice that Uncle Mikey Shekels down here and, that he's throwing these straw Jews? Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just a goy fidel. I think they're fucked. I think the Islamists are fucked. I mean, I'm sorry. They're just plain fucked. And they don't even know it. I mean, listen to Mikey. He doesn't even know how fucked he really is. Oh, God, did I stop sharing that? I didn't want to stop sharing that yet. Mikey had one final thought to make in his shekeling here. Hang on.
whole lot of the software that you use because it was innovated here. And I'm sorry to break it to you, but if you hate Israel that much, you're going to be living a very different kind of life. We lose a lot in terms of our own national security, our own military capacity.
Sorry, Mikey.
But then we lose.
So, Mikey, we did. We lost our fucking soul, you dumb motherfucker. You literally, what people don't quite get, okay? What people don't quite get is they still have their own apartheid, Confederate-style slave systems in operation. And the same bigotry and hatred and all this other shit. I mean, I know there's people that think that I talk all this hate and all this blah, blah, blah. Listen, these motherfuckers will stab you in the fucking back and steal your land. They just stole these fucking Jews just stole 40 goats from a Palestinian family. And when the 13-year-old boy stood up and said, no, blah, 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 the fucking Israeli soldiers murdered him. They stole the fucking flock, the Israelis did, okay? Israelis are no good fucking bunch of fucking discriminatory racist parasites that think that they're all better than you. And until you really experience it, you'll never fucking get a grip. Until these dumb motherfuckers, these gay and lesbian Muslim converts learn that they can't fly out of 10-story windows, then maybe they'll get a clue too, okay? And feminism in America? All you fucking liberal, retarded fucking bitches out there, excuse me, I would say see you next Tuesdays, but hey, listen. If you're so up about women's rights and equality, why don't you say anything to Islam about its horrid treatment of fucking women? Why? I mean, I'm just asking liberal retarded bitches why. Why don't you say anything about rag and bagging the fucking Islamic women into, well, you know, their own Glad garbage bags? Oh, you'll bitch about a man that doesn't do this or doesn't do that, but it's okay for a fucking for the Islamic religion to literally beat women into fucking submission and treat them like fucking slaves. Now, what the fuck is wrong with you, goddamn bad Mitch? What's the matter with you liberals? You even have me cussing the Lord now. Man, God bless, man. You motherfuckers got your head stuck so far up your ass, I think you see tonsils. I think that's pretty much the Middle East to me. Evil versus evil. Synagogue of Satan versus the political hell. I mean, really. It's crazy idiocracy and stupidity. There's no end of it. There's no end of it. Meanwhile, in Cook County, Chicago, that's right, one of the murder capitals of the U.S., 243 criminals are that are supposed to be out on like a, what do they call those things? Like an ankle bracelet, a monitor or something? Yeah, they can't find the motherfuckers. Can you believe that? I mean, you got convicted murderers out with an ankle fucking bracelet? Really? What kind of fucking stupid are you?
Who were on electric monitors like ankle bracelets. That includes 21 murderers and 13 attempted murderers. Cook County State's attorney says this, quote, clearly demonstrates how current safeguards are falling short, particularly when electronic monitoring is available to those charged.
Chicago. A bunch of whole fucking retards in Chicago. Hey, Rev Radio, we'll see you Monday. God bless you and take care. Oh, yeah. Can you believe that fucking retarded shit from Chicago? I mean, really? Really, what the fuck? What the fuck?
With the most threatening and heinous crimes. This follows a string of high-profile incidents involving offenders out on monitoring, including this man who allegedly shot and killed a Chicago police officer and critically wounded another following an armed robbery arrest last month.
Well, imagine that. 243 criminals they just can't fucking find. Because you can put a murderer out on fucking bail with a fucking ankle bracelet. Are you out of your God-blessed fucking gourd? Really? I had to ask because probably true. Because you got to be out of your ever-loving fucking mind. Meanwhile, in New York City, the Kit gets a ticket. Kit, yes, the Knight Rider car. Yes, gets a ticket. Somebody put a vanity plate on a black, what was that, a Trans Am or whatever the hell it was, right? That the Kit car was, a Michael Ryder's, whatever, from the TV show. It's set in a museum, but somebody with a car that's similar or identical put that Kit Knight Rider license plate on, and guess what? They're trying to send it an auto speeding ticket. That's right. Auto speeding ticket arrived at the Illinois Museum, saying your car was spotted on the highway. Don't think so. What would you expect? So anyway, wrap it up. Lots of stuff going on. Next week, Thursdays, cats and Friday, wow, Friday might be a travel day. Maybe, I don't know, trying to figure out, you know, radio shows over at Rev Radio. Bill Grant. He had two shows, Dreamer and Argon. He had passed away couple weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago, from cancer. And there's going to be a celebration of Bill's life in Coventry, Rhode Island. If you want the details, contact me, you know, on my Facebook page. My Facebook page is Go On With That Bullshit, or just my name. Or leave a note here, and I'll get a hold of it. All right, thanks everybody. Remember that you do change the world. Thank you for all you do. God bless. Good day. And good luck.